A lot of people have mixed reviews on their high school experience, but I always say that my high school years were so much fun. This is where I had the most amazing 4 years of my life.
It's okay, it's a good way. It's a good way to get out. Grade to 12th grade, this one was my locker here. I do remember right across here. This was Mr. Giorgio's class at a time.
We are here so I can come back, talk to the students about journalism, what the importance of diversity in journalism is, and why they should think about it.
Here, I'm gonna interview you.
I've always been the talkative kid.
Oh yeah, how it is.
I always had that bubbly energy. I'm a people person. I was since I was in high school. Now I get paid for talking, so I think we're good.
I had one shelf, and of course I'm petite, so
I come from a Caribbean background, and there's a saying that says, closed mouths don't get fed, right? And it's like, if you don't ask, you won't get information. So right now, I do a couple of things with City TV. My official title is Associate Producer at Breakfast Television. I do some control room stuff. I do floor directing, some producing of contest segments or celebration segments for City Line. I'm the audience hype producer, which is my title. So I'm like the City Line hype girl, which is funny and which is amazing. Like our EP says, I'm the host of The People. Tracy Moore is the host of the show. Also, from time to time, a reporter with 680 News, which is pretty cool.
I was gonna say, loosen up, let go of the arms. It's cool. Gianna, you're very open, I like it.
In this field, you need to be able to open up. You need to be able to speak, because honestly, you won't get the information that you want without asking questions. I knew I wanted to go into something creative. I went back to school for journalism at Seneca, had the most amazing experience there, took everything that I could have from that program, and came out of the program and right into journalism.
Anybody looking into going into journalism or PR or speaking or public speaking or anything like that here? Anybody? Today's pretend day, clearly.
I think there's this idea that journalism and being on TV and all that stuff is so distant. For a long time, people thought that they couldn't do things because of their culture or their background or their ethnicity. And I think to have somebody like Camille, who came to St. Joe's, who probably experienced similar obstacles, come back and show them that they can achieve that too, if that's what they really wanted to do, that there is a path for them.
First of all, getting into this industry is a male-dominated industry, right? You hear that a lot, is journalism's very male-dominated. Then, not only I'm a female, I'm also a person of color.
Everybody wants to see themselves, right? Everybody wants representation. And I think, and that goes for every race, every religion, right? Everybody wants to be able to see themselves. I did see certain people on air that looked like me, so I could do this too. When I left here, I thought I was going to become an actor. That was my whole thing is, Camille, you're going to school for theater to become an actor. And after that, I kind of just stopped a bit and then I went to school for journalism, but I took so much of what I learned in theater to journalism.
I hope that they pick up that there is the pathway to something like journalism. I mean, hearing it from your teacher doesn't have as much impact as hearing it from someone else who's gone through it, experienced it. Those experiences, if we can bring them to our students, it means a whole lot.
So it's nice to hear journalism and how broad it is and how many different pathways are within journalism.
I'm kind of comfortable with public speaking, so I always thought maybe this is something I could do in the future. And then as soon as she started talking about it, I was like, maybe this is something I could do.
I look at the news every morning, every night when I go to sleep as well.
I think journalism is really important, especially because of how much media access everybody has nowadays. Because you can kind of say whatever you want on the internet, and there's so much false news that's spread. I feel like journalism is like a more like truthful. It's a more like you can trust what you hear on the news over what you hear on like Twitter.
For me, I think I'd want to be on camera, you know? I love talking, I love interviewing, I love asking questions most of the time.
Speaking out and like voicing your opinions is very important. So I think that journalism, and as Camille said, that she would be like a talkative student just like as I am. So I think that's how like I was interested in it, and like I relate to her.
Really nice to kind of like hear from an alumni on how St. Joseph's has like helped them in their career, and it was just like kind of nice to like hear about her journey.
Honestly, it means so much to me coming back to this place. They say high school is where you grow, and I found that this was a place that I grew. One thing I always say is go after whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to be. If you want to go into journalism, be the best that you can. If this is what you want to do, go get it.